Hey friends, how's it going? Hope that you're doing well. Today we've got fragrances that are worth every penny. Or if you're in the UK, they're worth every pence. Or if you're other places, it's worth your smallest denomination of your local currency. We're talking that stuff that when you get it and you smell it, you're gonna think to yourself, my God, man, where's this been my whole life? Why is it so dang affordable? Why do I love it so much? All these are gonna be linked in the description below. We gotta start with this right here, brothers. Perry Ellis 360 Red. And I do have to give a shout out to the one, the only Jeremy fragrance when it comes to Perry Ellis 360 Red. If you don't know, you're gonna know. After this video is done, go to your little search bar, just type it in, Jeremy fragrance, Perry Ellis 360 Red. It's the greatest, so I had to include it. It is a good fragrance and it is cheap. I just don't know how to talk about the topic of fragrances in red bottles that look somewhat phallic. If you know, you know. So Perry Ellis 360 Red, this one right here is like an old school hype beast. You know, this is one that many years ago was one of the go-to cheapies for people before all these existed. Because there were the dark ages. Actually, before that, there were the darker ages, but there were the dark ages where when you went to look for cheap fragrances, your options were limited. Yes, quite. Clone fragrances had not yet begun sponsoring every single TikToker in existence. I do like clone fragrances though, and I do have some in today's video, so hypocrite, dang it. But the grand world of clones were not there yet with their cheap, affordable price points. And frankly, there weren't a whole heck of a lot of designers that were really affordable either. And this was one of the few. And even less than that, it was one of the few that was actually good. Now, if you've ever smelled this, it's similar to Acqua di Gio. So it's gonna be right in that style, right in that wheelhouse, kind of the original version of Acqua di Gio, eau de toilette, a lot of people will say. Maybe with a slight spicy tinge to it, but still right in that clean aquatic scent profile. And if you really like Acqua di Gio, which I do, of course, then you're gonna really enjoy this one as well. It's basically just your very inexpensive go-to ADG alternative that some people actually prefer over the original because it is a little bit closer to how the original Acqua di Gio smelled before it was reformulated and changed multiple times. What next? Well, let's do one of the clones. So this one is French Avenue Zenith Santal. Now, this right here is a clone of Stronger With You Sandalwood. And actually, let me grab this. This one, Proud of You Sandalo, I got like a week ago. This is Fragrance World, and it is also Stronger With You Sandalwood. So the same brand, but different, because French Avenue is Fragrance World. Fragrance World is French Avenue. Obviously, between the two, this one looks a whole heck of a lot closer to the actual fragrance that it is duping. But which one of these is actually better? Oh, Well, they're both pretty good. I would say between the two, if I could take just one, it's gonna be the French Avenue, which makes sense because French Avenue fragrances typically are gonna be the higher quality, but also more expensive versions. That being said, if you don't wanna spend Zenith money, then you can go for this one over here. This one has a little more push to it, also slightly more density, a little more depth to it. And of course, we all love a little Stronger With You from time to time, except for when they are limited editions and then are discontinued and then the price skyrockets. Yeah, except for that. Today, I was really struggling with whether to buy the new Stronger With You spices. So on eBay, there are some bottles and they're like $240, something like that. I think it was like $238, somewhere around $240, $250. And I was like, I want it, but that's too much money. So I skipped it for now, hoping that it pops up at discounters and I could scoop it up. I mean, surely it will eventually. Check it out, broskies. Something new. Polo 67 Eau de Parfum Extreme in the stupid tiny size bottle. Now, I bought this one from Sabina. It took like maybe a week to get here. Honestly, coming from Europe, pretty quick. And I figure this one's gonna pop up eventually at discounters and stores in the US. By the time this video goes live, maybe it'll be available. I don't know. This stuff rules though. I really like Polo 67, the Eau de Toilette and the Eau de Parfum. The Eau de Toilette That one grew on me a lot. And then when the Eau de Parfum came out, I liked it even more. And then this came out and I like this even more. So, you know, they're batting 3 for 3. Hopefully the next one, whenever that comes out, I'm assuming next year, is not a complete piece of crap, because then that will break the chain. And Fleetwood Mac says, never break the chain. And that definitely applies right now. So this guy right here, big old pop of pineapple, citrus off the top, super fresh, really bright, lively, zingy, smells fantastic. It's also got this interesting kind of twist to it compared to the others in the line. It has caramel, solar notes, and leather, which sounds weird. It actually sounds like none of that should go together at all. But it works out really well. The caramel gives a little warmth. It's not overdone, not like super syrupy or anything like that, not really heavy. Actually, it's less heavy than you would expect when you see those notes there. You might think it's gonna be, you know, a little more of like a wintertime fragrance, but it's not. The solar notes just give it a little warmth. The leather is well done. It's smooth, it's not dark, it's not like a heavy leather, just really, really nice, super versatile, wear it whenever you want. And with it being a Polo 67, it should go down in price as time goes on. These fragrances are typically discounted pretty well. Talking about Ralph Lauren. Yeah, they get it discounted, yeah. This next one is a monster. If you don't know about it, you gotta know about it. Them's the rules. I don't write them, I just enforce them. But before we jump to that, you know what time it is, brothers? It is code time and fragrance update time. Oh, also do a giveaway today. Heck with it. I got a fragrance right here, I'm gonna give it away. So my fragrances, the ones I creatively directed, like right here, 3 of them are Kaputski. So we're talking Jet Black Enigma, Edgewater, Terra Nova. No more, bye-bye. If you want those, if you can find them, scoop them, because they are going away. West Loop and South Slope, those are moving to a new bottle, and I got 2 new ones coming out. So those 4 are gonna be in a new presentation style. Just a little update for you. Just a little information for you. So also got some codes for you. Check these out. It's a multitude of codes, codification. Use these to save yourself some money if you're shopping at any of these stores. There are a lot of stores and you can use those codes. The fragrance that I wanna share with you next is this. Look at that. Okay, cool. On to the next one. Armani code Parfum. The cap is what the The cap was intentionally effing with me. It's magnetic. I don't know, I think maybe I'm just used to all the super weak, crappy magnet caps, and this one threw me for a loop because it's actually pretty good. Most of the ones with magnets, you give it a little, you know, a little one of these and the bottle goes flying. So what are we dealing with here, guys? Iris, that's the name of the game. Or if you wanna walk around with your pinkies out, just call it Oris. Even if it's technically not correct for the fragrance, who cares? Nobody's gonna check you. Yes, it's got a fine note of orris root. Oh, excuse me. That's Iris. That's what I meant to say. I forget, you know, speaking with the peasantry. They don't know about the finer things in fragrances like me. Pull one of those, people will love it at a party. It'll go over so well, trust me. But oh, dearest friends, it cannot be just Iris, right? Because if that was the only thing in here, it would actually still rule, but it can't be the only thing, right? Right. There is bergamot off the top, so you're gonna get a nice little freshness when you first spray it on. Quite fresh, actually. And then as it dries down, the iris comes out more. It's nice, supple, soft, lightly creamy, still fresh though. Has this aldehydic lift to it that you can pick up early on, also through the mid, that helps give it that airiness, that, as I've said twice now, freshness. Once you hit that dry down, the tonka comes out. It's gonna give you more of that OG code vibe once that tonka really comes into the fold. And you also have a little bit of cedar, a little touch of woodiness there also. So fall, winter, spring, I'd say even summer nights, you could pull this off as well. This is probably one of the better flankers over the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 years that takes the original idea and does a pretty decent change, a pretty decent twist to it. A lot of flankers, for better or worse, will be really similar to the thing that they're a flanker of, you know, just like little minor tweaks here and there. This one swung a little bit more for the fences and I think is better for it. Even though of course it is gonna still have that code kind of DNA going through it. Well, we got a weird little shaped bottle over here. How about another one? Check that out. Yep, nice. This is Rochas Man Intense. Very good, very nice, very, what is that? No, I don't know. It's just a shape. I remember the OG Rochas Man. People used to say, oh yeah, it's weird looking, but what you can do is take the cap, take it off, and then flip the bottle and sit it inside there, and ta-da! Look at that, that looks so much cooler. Everyone will think, wow, that is exactly how that should look. Technically this works, but not really. I just remember that being a point of contention like many years ago. People were like, oh, do this. Just accept it. The bottle looks like a alien obelisk. So this guy right here gonna run you $35, $40 most places, and it is a coffee fragrance. Technically cappuccino, fancy pinkies out. Also has lavender and cedar in here. Pretty simplistic note breakdown. There's also like a touch of citrus. And then of course, right alongside that cappuccino, vanilla, which makes sense. You know, it's supposed to be like a sweetened up coffee, not like a roast coffee bean or anything like that. It's got some similarities to things like New Harlem from Bond Number 9, which used to be a mega hype beast fragrance. And then for a time was like impossible to find and the whole thing. But for a long time, the original Rochas Man was like the alternative to that. That and Michael Jordan Legend. But then this one came out, and I would say between the original Rochas Man and this one, this is the better buy. Slightly better performance. The original one, not really strong. Frankly, neither is this one, even though the name is Intense. It's more okay. You know, that's what the name could be, Rochas Man, okay. I think that name wouldn't hit quite as well as far as sales numbers go, but yeah, this one, really, really good if you're looking for a smooth, sweetened coffee that does have a little bit of that Bond Number 9 essence to it. All Barari Shore up next. This one is by Zimaya. Has like a little leather strap thing there. That's very cool, very handy for when I want to put this on my keychain and bring it with me when I'm in the vehicle and just have a nice 100 ml size bottle hanging by my keys. I am very much a fan of that. That's very handy dandy. Thank you. I use it all the time that way. I just stuff it into my pocket with my keys. It's never failed me. You can also headbang with it, so that's cool. So this Mama Jamma is a clone of this right here. I can't grab it. Forever Wanted Elixir. Yes, this is like that. And this actually has gotten a lot better as it has aged. It's like a fine wine or a puppy. As it gets older, it gets bigger. That's how that works. But it does get better. So it's gonna smell similar to this one, you know, raspberry leather, that kind of vibe. It doesn't have quite the same pop of raspberry off the top, but I will say, as it has matured, it does have a little more of that comes across. Still though, it leans, I'd say, a little more toward like a mandarin kind of opening, you know, like a green mandarin orange. It has a little more of that with slightly less raspberry than the Azzaro. Then as it dries down, gets much more similar, much closer, that leather aspect coming out, sweetened up by that fruitiness, the residual fruit from the opening. Smells fantastic for the price point, really, really well done. And if you like this, you should very much enjoy that. Which thankfully it smells like Forever Wanted Elixir, not Forever Wanted Absolute, because that one my wife despises. Yeah, she was a player hater. Check this one out, it is friggin' Explorer. I know people are like, Explorer, how boring. But to be fair, nowadays, Explorer, worth the price? I think so. You can dock it some points for being a derivative fragrance, smelling similar to one that I've heard of only in legend, Aventus. I've heard about that everywhere, I'm just messing with you. We all know that one. Even Billy Joe Bob down at the bar knows that one. Now, to be fair, when Explorer first came out, it was a little bit of a harder sell for a lot of people, myself included, because at full retail, you're like, well, why would I do that? It made no sense. I can get Clubbed and Nut Intense, I can get Supremacy, I can get Insurrección Pure Dos. Why do I care? Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. I'll get LA Venture. Oh man, I love it. I just got PTSD. I was uploading a thing to TikTok. I tried to go on there for like 3 seconds and then right back off, but it'll pop things up like as soon as you pull the stupid thing up. I butcher French 24/7, don't get me wrong, but people will just give in like 0 Fs there. They'll be like La Nuit de la Home. So I'm rolling with it, man. We're screwing up all the names, who cares? So yeah, when this first came out, sus. It was too expensive. Just buy the other things. As time has gone on though, it has carved out its own little path. I think it does things, you know, differently than all the other different clones out there. So it has its own vibe. Yes, it's clearly inspired by Aventus, but when you smell Explorer, you're like, oh, this is Explorer. You know, like you can tell it's its own vibe. And the price point that it goes for nowadays, not that much from discounters, pretty affordable. It's super easy to wear, turbo versatile, just like pretty much all the other ones. It's just a lovely little jack of all trades, Swiss Army knife fragrance you can get for cheap. The presentation looks nice, feels good in the hand, and you can rock that bad boy all year long. It's worth the price. Armaf Odyssey Artisto, the red edition. So the Odyssey line, affordable. Yeah, most of these get marked down heavily. This one though, was one that was a little more difficult to find for a while. You can find it now. It's about 40 bucks or so. And it has a nice vanilla scent profile to it, along with coconut, citrus, and it smells similar to Le Beau. So we are talking this right here, Jean Paul Gaultier Le Beau, not Le Beau Le Parfum or any of those. It also has like a little twist to it. It's got nutty notes in there, which we all love a little nut in our fragrances, right? I mean, this one a really nice balance of creamy, fresh, tropical, and sweet. Pretty much a year-round fragrance, daytime or evening. Performance is a little more moderate, not insane, not awful, just, you know, moderate. Valentino Uomo Born in Roma Intense up next. The new Purple Melancholia has dropped. That one is interesting if you would like a coconut lavender fragrance, but for me, I'm going this one if I can go with just one. The performance is excellent here. It's got a really nice vanilla note that lasts, that gets you attention. The lavender in here is clean and classically masculine to an extent. A little hint of woodiness comes out as the fragrance dries down. Just smells to me fantastic. Just one of the most satisfying fragrances to wear, because when you spray it on, you know it's gonna stick around. And while it projects, it's not obnoxious. It's that type of fragrance that in the air is a really, I wouldn't say subtle, but just like a softly aggressive projection. So it projects pretty far out, especially as you move around, but it's not like bashing people over the head. It's this one where you catch little wafts here and there. It just smells fantastic. That's the word of the day, fantastic. Last fragrance is a cheap fragrance, Coach for Men. And you may say, but Coach for Men is basic. I do not like the basic fragrance. Fair enough, it is basic. But how many fragrances do you know at this price point that have a small, dangly, little, like pleather piece on the bottle? Checkmate. That's right, not many, just the Coach ones, which means they're good. I do really enjoy this though as like a fragrance that you can basically tell anybody who's getting into fragrances to check out, to purchase on the cheap. Especially if they're shopping online at a discounter or rack store or something like that. You can say with pretty high certainty, just go ahead and scoop up that Coach fragrance, you'll be fine. Now, maybe years down the road, they might be like, oh, I outgrew it. Good for you. But I think just as far as that melding, that meeting of fresh, sweet, out of the shower type of vibes with some similarities to some other huge fragrances out there, while it's still doing its own thing at the same time. So it's going to appeal to people that like those, but also be its own Coach fragrance instead of being a direct clone. That was a roundabout way of saying that. I think it just appeals to a ton of people, super safe, very affordable. I just think sometimes fragrances like this get crapped on unfairly. And I think for the price point, versatility, compliment factor, all that stuff, it's actually really good. Giveaway. Fragrance I'm going to give away is this Colosseum. This is by Fragrance World. A world of fragrance at your fingertips. Is that that's what they should say their thing is? Like Disney World. So Colosseum, if you're unaware, this is a clone of Triumph of Bacchus by Argos. So it is still sealed. Obviously, I will pack this up, ship it out to you. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, comment in the comments. Let me know. A fragrance that to you is worth every penny. That's all you gotta do. I don't care what it is. It can be Axe Phoenix. That's worth every penny. With inflation, Axe Phoenix is now $45. I feel like that's not too dystopian. I will pick a winner with random comment picker, post it up on the post tab of the YouTube channel. If you're the winner, hit me up. I will ship it out to you. It'll be alongside a bunch of other winners at the same time. I want to thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourself. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.